little older since those photos were taken. I race vintage race cars and I'm trying to make better YouTube videos. Making this video is an intro to my channel and the racing season ahead of us for 2024. Some stuff about me, based in the Pacific Northwest, and I usually race our 1969 BMW 2002 up and down the West Coast. We have some races in the Midwest and Florida planned for this season, which I'll get into later in this video. It'll be my second full season racing, and I'm really looking forward to document our journey as best I can. I really like watching other people's racing videos, so hopefully I can use this as a platform to provide some interesting content of our own. So I started this channel a few years ago when I was really into racing sailboats. In hindsight, I should have posted more because the one video I got around to posting got 36,000 views with close to zero editing. Hopefully with the car racing stuff, I can stay consistent and share all of our fun racing activities with you all. Keep in mind, I'm starting with close to zero video editing experience, and I'm very much an amateur racer. So that being said, I'd be open to any suggestions on content you'd like to see from our race weekends. Okay, let's get into it. I'd like to share a little bit about the cars we'll be racing this season. The first is our 1969 BMW 2002. So I'm about 6'4". This is really one of the only race cars I've ever sat in I really feel comfortable inside. Racecraft in Woodinville, Washington built the car about 10 or 15 years ago, and they maintain it for us today. As with every car in our program, the goal is just to have a safe, fast, and reliable race car, and I really feel like this one hits all three. So it's been built to the standards of the B sedan spec, and it runs with cars like the Datsun 510, Alfa Romeo GTV, some Porsche 911s, and miscellaneous other cars of that era. By no means an expert on any of the tech specs, but what I know is that it has good power, brakes are strong and never fade on me, grip is excellent, and the shifting is smooth and forgiving. Going forward, we're interested in participating in all the West Coast racing we can and looking at competing in the Spec Series, which is the Toyo Tires Trans Am B Sedan 2.5 Challenge. So a little more on the schedule later. Okay, so the second car we'll run this season is the 1972 Chevron B21. This one's based on the East Coast, and GMT Racing in Newtown, Connecticut takes care of it for us. So it's a true purpose-built 2-liter sports racer. I've only gotten a few sessions in the car so far, but it's a pretty massive step up from the speed that BMW can carry, both acceleration, braking, and cornering. In my short stints, I was running with more modern Porsche Cup cars and a Ferrari Challenge car even, so I know there's going to be a steep learning curve here. Our goal is to run some endurance races in Daytona and Sebring towards year end. We'll run those with my brother Kyle and my cousin Eric. Kyle actually ran the car in Sebring last December to an overall win by himself. One thing I like about this car is that it's actually got a bunch of lights on the front, so you can see here we're driving at night for the night sessions. And another thing too, it has a built-in external fuel tank, so you can actually just flip a switch and fill the regular fuel tank. There's pit stops in the endurance racing, you do driver changes, so it's all really exciting compared to just normal sprint racing, which usually only about 20 or 30-minute sessions each. Okay, next let me tell you a little bit about the schedule for the season. Here in a couple weeks, in mid-February, we're headed to Miami for the Targa 66 in the Chevron. It's more of a practice for 3 days, so I'll be in the car as much as possible, getting track time, making sure the new roll bar and changes to the pedals really worked for us. Really trying to get some longer stints in anticipation of the endurance races later in the year. Here in just a few short weeks, we'll be in Thunder Hill for the SVRA Thunder Hill Speed Tour. It's the first of that Toyo Tires 2.5 B Sedan Challenge. Really hoping to run as many of those as I can. In addition, we'll be at Sonoma, Laguna, Pacific Raceways, Portland, with the various run groups on the West Coast. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. We're fired up about racing this season and look forward to posting some more videos in the coming months. Be sure to subscribe and follow my Instagram page so you can follow along. Thanks.